Here with the great promoter Don King, March 12th, big fight again. You've been doing these for years and years. Cotto Mayorga, what are your thoughts?
It's going to be a fantastic fight. We want everybody to tune in to get it. It's going to be distributed on Showtime. It's going to be something kind of different, as they say in the vernacular of the ghetto, SKD. And it's going to be a super extravaganza. So you can't afford to miss this fight. It's going to be terrific. So look forward to seeing it. And on January 29th, look forward to seeing the two greatest 140-pounders, Timothy Bradley and Devin Alexander, that we're fighting in Pontiac, Michigan, you know, on the 29th of January. So that's another great fight.
Do you consider Mayorga to be a promoter's dream, the way he's able to sell a fight?
Yes, he is. You know, all you got to do is to dedicate himself and be responsible and accountable for what he says and it does when he leaves here. And that's what we're going to see, too, that happens this time, because we're not coming in there to serve up an hors d'oeuvre for Bob Arum. You know what I mean?
You just mentioned the fight next week with Tim Bradley and Devin Alexander, and obviously your man Devin Alexander. How excited are you? And a win over Bradley.
He goes into superstardom. They saw it as a super fight, but he will be a superstar. You know what I mean? Because everybody in the world is looking and waiting and with great anticipation to see the outcome of this great battle of champions.
Late last year, obviously there were pictures sent out, and he was your guest, Floyd Mayweather, to fight in St. Louis. You had any contact with Floyd recently? And what's the situation in your opinion of where he is, both in his life and his boxing career?
Well, I talked to Floyd yesterday, and today he's going in to watch Devin Alexander train. So he'll be in the gym in Las Vegas watching Devin get prepared for Timothy Bradley. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in Florida when I get back, and hopefully we'll be ready to go. But I think he's a great guy, whether he fights for me or not. I think the Money Man is the best fighter in the world, and until proven otherwise, he has to have that mantle. I don't care how many times the other guy fights, Floyd Mayweather is undefeated. He's got to be the best.
Did you guys get down to talking any business when you guys were together?
We talk about life, and life is business with us, because we are urchins of the ghetto. You know what I mean? And so we have to be able to deal with what is real. And so we will be able to talk and see what it is, and whichever way it goes, I boost him on. I'm in his corner 1,000%.
I know you're doing this fight with Bob Arum, but you find it ironic and a little weird after all the years with you and Bob going back and forth. He actually was pulling for you to sign Mayweather. He kind of wants you to sign Mayweather. He thinks you sign him that Pacquiao Mayweather could happen.
Well, it would be the biggest fight of all time, and with the new technology and the new advanced things that are out today that wasn't there during the days of Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Roberto Duran. It's a new day. It would be so great, and perhaps one day it may happen. But in the meantime, we're going to keep on stepping. And I'm with Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather.
Money Mayweather, Money King.
You're as great a person to answer this question as anybody. Although Manny's not your fighter, how does he compare to his accomplishments of what he's done with the 7-8 weight classes? Have you seen anything like that?
He's terrific. I love Manny Pacquiao because I love the Philippines. You don't forget, I did the Thriller in Manila. That's back in 1975. With Imelda Marcos, who's still alive, and Ferdinand Marcos, who has passed. But they took me all around for Iwo Jima, Bataan, Corregidor, or Okinawa. They took me to all of the sites of all of the wars where our great men and women gave the all, put themselves in harm's way that we can enjoy the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy today. So they've been very, very close to me, and so to see Manny Pacquiao, who may be one of the next presidents of Philippines, because he's in the Congress now, and with his popularity, if he can fight as hard for the people's rights as he's been fighting for all these different weight categories and championships, he's destined for greatness in the great country of the Philippines.
One more question for you. You have the light heavyweight, one of the light heavyweight champions of the world, Tavares Cloud.
Great to see you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tavares Cloud, you kept them busy last part of 2010. Tavares Cloud, what do you got in store for him in 2011?
I think Tavares Cloud is the best light heavyweight in the world. and they're trying to avoid him and play all kind of games against him, and yet they got to come and fight him. So we're dropping the gauntlet. We are calling them all out. You know, Pascal. You know, Bernard Hopkins. Although Bernard is, you know, is the grandfather of the sport, but doing a terrific job at it, and he beat Pasquale. And Dawson, anybody and everybody that they want. We want to fight him.
Are you closely monitoring what's going on with the Dawson, Pascal, Hopkins situation, and I guess the odd man out? Will you go for that with Cloud?
I don't care who it is. We'll take on anybody and everybody. They're playing their politics and their game. They better come on out and give the people what they want. That's why boxing is in the state that it's in, playing these type of games. You got to be able to fight, and you got to fight to win.
Thanks, Tom.